Some conversations end when the door closes. Others end much later. Maybe you're driving home and one sentence comes back. Maybe you're rinsing a cup in the sink and something about the way they said, "It's fine," is still sitting with you. Nothing dramatic happened. No one yelled, no one walked away. There wasn't a clear moment you could point to and say, that was it. And yet, after the conversation is over, something remains. A pause that felt longer than usual. A question that never got answered. A change in someone's tone. A version of the room that somehow feels different once you leave it. Some conversations stay with us because some part of us noticed something before we had words for it. Maybe it was a friend who usually tells you everything, but this time gave you a careful answer and moved on. Maybe it was a family conversation where everyone kept talking, but no one said the thing that was clearly there. Maybe it was someone you love who said very little, and somehow that little changed the shape of the evening. The difficult part is that these moments rarely arrive with instructions. There isn't a message afterward explaining what they meant, so the conversation follows you. Not loudly, not all at once. It returns in pieces. A look across the table, the way someone answered too quickly, the silence after you said something honest. Then comes the question that can make it heavier. Why am I still thinking about this? Sometimes we ask that as if the fact that something stayed with us means we're overreacting, as if we should have moved on already. But some conversations don't stay with us because we're making them bigger than they are. Sometimes they stay because they carried more than they seemed to. They carried history. They carried uncertainty. They carried something unfinished. They carried the feeling that a relationship may have shifted by half an inch, and you're still trying to understand where the floor is now.
That doesn't always mean something is wrong. It doesn't always mean the other person meant harm, and it doesn't always mean you need to solve the whole relationship before you go to sleep. Sometimes it only means the room held more than the words could carry. There are conversations where everyone is technically kind, but you leave feeling smaller. There are conversations where nothing is directly said, but you can feel someone becoming more careful with you. There are conversations where you finally say something real, and afterward you wonder whether you said too much. And sometimes what lingers isn't what happened, it's what didn't happen. The reassurance that didn't come, the question they didn't ask back, the warmth that was missing. When something feels unclear, we often want clarity immediately. We want to know what it meant. We want to know whether we should bring it up. We want to know whether we're allowed to be hurt. But not every lingering feeling needs a conclusion by tonight. There's a difference between ignoring what stayed with you and demanding that it explain itself right away. You can notice it without interrogating it. You can let it be unfinished for a little while. You can say, quietly, something about that stayed with me. Not because you've decided what it means, not because you're building a case, just because it's true. Sometimes the most honest thing you can do is register the weight of a moment before you decide what to do with it. To admit that a conversation didn't leave you the same place it found you. For now, you don't have to force an answer. You don't have to turn one unfinished moment into the whole future of a relationship. Some conversations don't need to be solved tonight. Sometimes you only need to notice what stayed.